is a letter to one of my friends. Sorry about that email. I shouldn't write emails at 2 a.m. 4:21 a.m. is a much more appropriate time to write emails. I haven't been getting much sleep these days. Well, I felt really bad that I didn't get to see you play this last time in Chicago, but I have a legit excuse. I was in the hospital. I used to abuse cough syrup, or DXM. I would chug an 8-ounce bottle in the morning, sometimes more, sometimes in pill form. And it would just kind of make my day a little bit more interesting. Anyhow, I got in the habit of doing that during the daytime, and then I would fill up a pint glass of ice cubes and put whiskey in the cracks and drink a whole fifth. And this wasn't just like on a weekend, this was every day. Cough syrup in the morning, whiskey at night. I don't know how long I would have gone on like that if I didn't accidentally overdose. My overdose. I remember it because it hurt. It was a wet, rainy Monday in September 15th. Chicago was wet, drenched, actually, and flooded. I was working with my uncle doing odd jobs in nursing homes, installing security systems, and that day we stopped at a gas station. I remember I was sober, and I didn't want to be anymore. I checked out what kind of cough medicines they had, and I saw Dayquil. And I remember using that a couple of years ago when I was in a jam, and I was dumb. I was only 25. I was so dumb. I just wanted to feel different, so I looked on the back. I saw it had Dextromorph and DXM, so I bought 2 packages of it, 12 pills in each box. Once we got to the job site, I punched out each and every one of those 24 pills, but the last one dropped behind the toilet. So, 23 pills. Sounded like a good number to me. I was so dumb. The day went on with the same old bullshit work. We started driving back to my parents' house, and I started feeling this pain that I'd never felt before. My chest started wrenching around something fierce. I thought it would be okay if I just threw up whatever it was that I had put into myself, but it wasn't helping. I was 2 miles from my home in River Forest, and all these streets were blocked off because the river flooded over, and there was only one good bridge to get back to my house. So I told my uncle I had to walk something off, and I shoved my finger down my throat and tried to expunge the awfulness. It wasn't working. I started to run. I didn't get very far before ripping my chest made me lay down on the forest floor. At that point, I took out the empty box of Dayquil and saw my mistake. What a lonesome feeling to know that you just took enough of something to kill yourself. I was 1.5 miles away from home at this point. The weather was awful. It was gray, it was windy, and I was fat. But I made it home. I ran home. I got to my parents' house, and they took me in, and they took me to the emergency room. And the doctors, they said they think they caught it in time. Long story short, my liver went into failure, and the only option looked like a liver transplant, but there wasn't enough time. The doctor said, "Sorry kid, I guess you're dead." I was drugged up, so I don't remember this as well as my parents and my 9 brothers and sisters, but things happened in that hospital. I should have been dead. And there was a moment, I can't really describe it. I'm not sure I'm even supposed to, but I knew that I could either turn one way and just drift off into never-ending sleep, or I could live. And I chose life. And I don't know. Things have just sort of been... That was 11 years ago. And my life has been larger than I ever thought it could be. And I look back at that kid that was 25 and see myself now, and I thank God that I chose life. I thank God that I chose life. Thank God that I chose life.